Hello and welcome back to another episode on the channel. Last we left off, we were about to start our combat tutorial here, from what it seems. So let's just get straight into it. Here we go. School seems kind of wacky so far, like past Danganronpa games, so... Oh, you coming too, Takumi? This means you made up your mind to fight. Yeah, I figured you guys could use all the help you can get. That's assuming you'll be of any help at all. That's that old Last Defense Academy fighting spirit. I knew you'd come around, Shumino. I didn't exactly have a lot of choice, the way you threatened us. You wounded me with your cruel words, soldier. That's just some friendly advice. Is there a chance your inaction would have dire consequences for your loved ones? You'd want to know about it, wouldn't you? Hold on a second. I'm gonna turn the music down a bit. There you go.
Hey!
What does that even mean? I'll explain later. Right now, protecting the school takes priority. Now then.
Yeah.
Take up your infusers. You remember how these work, right? Now, are these one-use items, or are they special to each one of us? Because it just seems like we can just take whichever one, but is there a limit on how many times we can use these? Just shove them in your chest and they'll pump you full of that sweet, sweet hemoanima. How much power on your side? With that much power on your side, securing victory should be a cinch.
Yeah.
Once you're fully juiced up, use these launch pads to get down to the battlefield. Then we'll just have to eliminate all enemy units, yes? Let's get started. About time. Let's do this. Yo, this is so hype. I can do this. I'll find a way to make it work somehow. I've beaten those things once and I can do it again. I just have to do it like I did back home.
Don't be so modest. You can do it if you try, Taki. I guarantee it.
Karua believed in me. Now it's time to prove her right.
Everybody ready for battle? It's your first time since the entrance exam, so feel free to go crazy out there. Try out every last reserve of strength and bathe in the blood of your enemies. Attention! All troops stand ready. Let the battle commence. This is it, soldiers. Hope you're all ready. The enemy is going to advance steadily toward the school. The building has a barrier around it, but it can't stand up to attacks for very long. If its integrity level falls to 0, the enemy will waltz right in, and then it's game over for all of us.
Who cares? Unless there's something we need to protect in the school, who cares? And wouldn't you just be able to use it in front entrance as like a choke point for people who are on reserve?
Keep an eye on how the barrier's holding up, and eliminate all threats to the school. Exercise your powers of observation, strategy, and merciless cruelty to their utmost. This is an honest-to-goodness battlefield, so keep your wits about you, unless you want to end up with a hole in your head.
Let's see what this is. In a defensive battle, he will lose if the barrier generator is destroyed. Protect it until the very end and destroy all the enemies. Annihilate all enemies. Any ally in battle dies. Okay.
Rev it up!
Let's go with you first. Each member of the Special Defense Unit has a unique ability known as a special skill. Learn each character's skill and use them to your advantage. Takamaru is a great defender with superior mobility and defense. He automatically gains +1 armor for each space moved from a special skill, Special Dress Mage. So he's gonna be like the shield. He's gonna be like the armor tank. Okay. And that's a pretty big cone of attack. So let's use you. Let's go. Alright. Alright, there we go. Armor provides temporary defense that can absorb damage that would otherwise diminish your HP. It is only effective during that turn it was used. Alright, it says 5 points, so I'm guessing that means it can take, what, 5 points of damage? Okay.
Time for battle.
Haruka is an attacker that specializes in hard-hitting attacks. She automatically gains attack plus, max 3+ for each enemy slain she kills during one turn from her special skill, Special Discipline. Alright, so she's gonna be the heavy hitter then. Let's take this guy out.
I'll chop you to pieces. How unsatisfied. This doesn't feel half bad. I could get used to this.
Oh, dang, girl! How'd you get to be so strong?
Strong don't even begin to cover it. Where'd you get all that power?
I told you I was stronger than you. I suggest you pay better attention in the future.
Is there a reason you're so much stronger than the rest of us, though?
What gives you the right to question me? At any rate, it's none of your concern. If you have time to prattle pointlessly, I suggest you use it more constructively and take out some of the weaker enemies.
Yeah. You're awesome, we get it. I'm just glad you're on our side. Now let's get back in there. I'm itching to bust some heads.
Let's do it to it!
The Rumi is a mid-range support specialist that can provide support attacks and gain a lot of voltage. The Rumi special skill, Special Sick Day, will make her feel low when she gets fatigued. This will change all of her skills to their low counterpoints. Well, that's pretty wide attack too. Okay, let's see. Let's go. Let's do this. Alright, and then
I've got this.
Takumi is an easy-to-use character with great balance of range and attack strength. You can redo battles by selecting his special skill, Special Redo, from the menu accessible by pressing Escape. So you can just pause the game. Alright, let's go take care of this. Yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah, they seem to mostly be avoiding us and going straight for the generator, so okay.
Now then, to business.
Do this, and then we'll do that.
Take this.
Let's give it to him.
Let's move you out of the way. Over here. Maybe a 6 shield.
Here we go!
Let's do this. Oh. When a Daruma approaches the barrier, it will self-destruct, dealing a large amount of damage to it. Make sure to just keep away from the generator. Okay.
Ready when you are.
Let's get you the hell out of there.
Let's do this.
Here.
Let's do it to it!
God, I'm so not used to using the other buttons to move around. And they're gonna go after him.
Let's go!
Ready whenever. Time to move. Out of my way. Broken so soon.
Let's go.
No. Wait. Yeah, let's just do this.
Hauling ass!
You.
Eat this!
That. Alright, we win.
Did we win?
Ha! Was that it? I was expecting more of a challenge. I feel dumb forever being scared of these guys.
You were actually scared of them. For all your bluff and bluster, you're just as much of a coward as the others.
Hey, I ain't no coward. I'll take you on anytime. Nice work, troops. No one would think this was your first real battle.
But it wasn't. We fought him once already, back in the TRC.
Oh, right. Of course you did. What even are those monsters, anyhow? Ain't it about time you spilled the beans? Oh, they are a violent and pernicious race. The enemy of all mankind.
Well, that's ominous. Can you be a little more specific?
Are they like demons from another dimension? Time-traveling aliens? Experimental bioweapons gone wrong? Oh, how about all of the above? They were created as living weapons but escaped to another dimension where a PMC controlled by demonic entities sent them into the past to destroy the future.
That theory's way too busy.
Not unplausible with.
To tell you the truth, we haven't been able to determine their true nature just yet. All we know is that they're determined to get inside this school. As such, I've decided to designate them School Invaders for the time being.
Invaders, huh?
Lucky for us, the undying flames stop them from getting too close. Most of the time, that is. But every now and then, some extra strong ones break through somehow. Your special defense unit exists to deal with such attacks, as and when they occur.
But why are they attacking the school to begin with?
They're after a certain special something, hidden deep within the school. If that falls into the hands of the invaders, humanity is as good as extinct.
Extinct? Like, our entire species?
So we're legit fighting to save humanity here? Dude, that is freaking sweet!
Alright, this guy's gonna be my number one.
But the scale here doesn't make sense. I'm having trouble seeing how this school and the future of humanity can possibly be connected.
I don't get it either. And then again, I'm a straight-up student, so there's a lot of stuff I don't get.
Everyone stop talking!
What's the matter?
My radar display is lighting up like a fireworks show. We're not out of the woods yet. We've got another enemy approaching fast. And it's a big one.
Boss fight.
The hell, man? You want us to fight that thing?
Size isn't everything. I don't believe it'll give me any trouble.
Yeah, baby! Tell me
Hurry! We have to save her!
You can't, it's not a turn yet. Oh, she actually died. Alright, well the blood isn't pink in this.
No way. No freaking way.
Corpse recovery unit, deploy. There, we got her body back safe and sound. You can all relax now.
How can we relax? One of our friends just died.
Just focus on the battle. That's the Invaders Commander. It's gonna be on a whole different level to anything you've fought so far.
He's right. We can't afford to get distracted from the task at hand. Now, more than ever. It's fight or die.
But...
Don't let it get to you, man.
Huh?
You let the situation get to you, you lose your cool. You lose your cool, you lose the fight. Trust me on this. We've come this far, we gotta keep going to the end. There'll be time for mourning and crap later.
God... damn!
Those troops you fought before were just the opening act. This commander's a real monster.
I'm gonna be pretty honest, it's kind of a huge jump from little cute gremlin guys to literally Dark Bahamut.
Conventional weapons don't have any effect on it. That's where you saviors of humanity and your hemo anima come in. You starting to see why the Special Defense Unit is so important?
Why is hemo anima the only thing that works? What exactly is this stuff anyway?
It's the only thing standing between humanity and annihilation at the hands of the invaders. That's really all you need to know. Oh, by the way, those drones from earlier are getting tuned up, so try your best to avoid any further casualties.
Easy for you to say. We're the ones risking our lives out here.
No, goody. When voltage reaches 100 or more, you'll be able to use Boost Anima in addition to special attacks. Boost Anima powers up your allies in a variety of ways and will remain in effect for the entirety of the battle. Okay, so if I were to do that from here,
Let's get started.
Good to go!
Let's freaking go!
alright, I guess.
Ready whenever.
Give you an attack
All worked
boost.
up now.
Since you seem to be the
Now then,
heavy hitter.
To business.
Let's wait to use special attack.
Time for battle. How's this? My turn.
Let's do this!
Not bad.
Rev it up! Let's give it to him!
Here we go!
Hauling ass!
Time for battle. I'll chop you to pieces. All right, let's get started.
This is special
Show
attack.
me your insides.
You're doing great! Don't...
Not bad.
Stun effect. Alright, so I can't use her.
Ready when you are!
Lost too much blood.
I've got this! Here!
Try to save her.
Here we
real
go.
quick.
Yeah! Got it!
Let's freaking go! Eat this!
Let's go ahead and turn.
Let's give it to him! Let her rip!
Not yet.
My turn! Here we go!
Let's do this here.
Gotcha! Take care of the rest.
Don't underestimate me.
Let's add armor.
Hardly a challenge.
Attack.
Out of my way.
Too bad. The enemy commander got away. Going after it now would only play into their hands. You'll have to finish that one off some other day. All in all, a decent first mission. Go ahead and dispel your hemoanima and return to the school.
S rank. Alright, so it looks like amount of turns plus the defensive case. This can be however many enemies we put down, and the quicker we do it, will increase our rank. And it looks like we got some type of cash at the end too.
Hooray!
Welcome back. You did great out there, soldiers. Those invaders never knew what hit them. 2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we appreciate? You guys. This is no time to be celebrating. A girl died out there, you sick bastard. Oh, come on. I just want to give you guys... I just want to give you some positive affirmation. It's a management thing. He's right. Settle down. Yelling isn't going to do us any good. Don't tell me you're okay with what happened. It's war. People die. That's the whole idea. It's not like she meant anything to me. We only just met a couple hours ago. If anything, you're the strange one for getting so worked up about a total stranger. You got a real attitude problem, you know that? I know I said no hitting girls was an ironclad rule, but I figured for you I could find a loophole. I mean, open hand strikes barely count as real hits, right? Just try it. I'll twist your body into a double helix in return. It was like, in this case, DNA stands for don't, no, arg. Come on, guys. We shouldn't fight amongst ourselves. Just as the tension in the room seemed strained to the breaking point, the door flew open in a clatter. Are you guys alright? No, asshole, we ain't alright. The emo chick with a creepy laugh got killed. For real? She actually died?
Hey!
Were you guys watching? Yeah. The mod in our classroom broadcast the whole battle. Honestly, I'm not sure if I approve of my dear sister being exposed to such explicit content. That was the first time I ever saw a person die. I still don't believe it. I know they say reality is the cruel and all, but this seriously can't be happening. Maybe that's it. Maybe it's all a dream. Just one big messed up nightmare. What do I have to do to wake up? Should I pinch myself really hard?
Quit your whining! You get why this happened, don't you? Her death's on all of you. If you guys had grown a pair and fought like the rest of us, emo chick wouldn't have gotten cornered the way she did.
She charged in head first. She knew what she was getting into when she agreed to go out there, and there's every chance things still would have ended up just like even with our help.
What? You think we should have hung back like you did? We'd all have been wiped out then.
It's true. Alright, troops, break it up. We're on the same side here. Good grief. The way you're carrying on, you think someone had died.
So Someone did!
But then the door opened again, and we were joined by an unexpected guest.
Hey, guess who's back?
Huh?
Huh?
What? Oh, what's the matter, guys? Is my makeup smudged or something? Oh, man. How embarrassing. Just give me a shovel so I can bury myself and hide, am I right?
Never mind that. How are you alive?
Good question.
Is she a ghost? Man, wouldn't that be cool? I'm not, though. Just your girl, Darumi Yamamiya, in the flesh. I don't know what happened, but I basically came back to life.
You came back? Wahaha, isn't that wonderful? Just another miracle courtesy of our friend Hemo Anima. What's Hemo Anima got to do with it? It's not just for fighting, though. It can also reconstruct and reanimate organic tissue. If one of you falls in battle, we send out a drone to recover your body post-haste. Then it's just a matter of getting it inside one of the recovery pods in the infirmary, stimulating your remaining Hemo Anima, and boom, you rise from the grave. You can die out there as much as you want, you'll just keep coming back. You mean we're immortal? Ding ding, that's correct. But that's impossible. I mean, even more impossible than everything else going on around here. You don't have to believe me, but there's some pretty strong evidence standing right in front of you, wouldn't you say? Yep, Exhibit A, right here. Yo-ho-ho, come on. Common sense has gone right out the window now. You think it's going to turn out we're inside some super immersive VR game or something? That's just some narrow viewpoint of what's normal talking. All of you from Tokyo Residential Complex are like that. You've lived your lives in that dome for so long you have no idea what a wide and wonderful place the world really is. Your future is simply brimming with possibilities. I don't even know how to react to that. You serious? We really can't die? Dude, this is so freaking sweet. This Hemo Anima stuff is awesome. Must you raise your voice for every new development? Just remember, you're only immortal while you remain on the school grounds. The recovery drones can't get past that wall of fire. And if the invaders manage to get in and damage that recovery pods, you'll be stuck with the one life you got. You'll be back to regular old mortals, one life, and that's you're gone, and then you're gone for good. In other words, if you want to stay alive, we have to keep fighting off the invaders. Now you're getting it, Sumino. Keep on fighting that good little fight, soldier. Keep on fighting like good little soldiers, and you'll be fine. Whoa, hold on a minute. Now that I think about it, not being able to die has a major downside. We can't hold a killing game like this. How are we supposed to murder each other if we're all immortal? That's the part you have a problem with? One more thing, just to set your mind at ease. When you're revived, you also get a new bomb implanted in you, good as new. That's supposed to comfort us? At any rate, we've prepared for everything. Now you can fight to your heart's content, right? Absolutely not. I'm more against it than ever now. What? How come? Even if this advanced technology you're talking about does exist, immortality seems a step too far. Your explanation on how it works was far too simplistic. I find it hard to believe you're telling us the whole truth. Well, you're all high schoolers, so I doubt you'd be able to comprehend anything, so... And even if we do come back afterwards, fatal injuries are still gonna hurt, right? It hurts like hell when it happened to me. It was so bad I thought I was gonna die. You did die. In that case, I'm out. I can't allow anything that would cause my dear sister any pain. Young people these days are so self-centered. We're talking about the future of humanity here, you know. You keep saying that, but how exactly does what we're doing here relate to that stuff? Like you said, if the invaders secure a special something from inside the school, humanity will be wiped out, correct? That's right. If you lose this war, Homo sapiens will be a thing of the past. Naturally, the Tokyo Residential Complex will be obliterated too. Obliterated? Then that's what you meant by everything we hold dear being forfeit. Now you're getting it. The fate of the world as we know it rests squarely on your shoulders. When did my life go so spectacularly off track? So what is this thing that mankind's future depends on? What is it we're risking our lives to defend? I knew you'd ask me sooner or later. It's only natural you'd want to know, so allow me to throw you a victory party. Your achievement in the field totally deserves to be rewarded. Wait, little Monokuma. We want information, not a party.
Oh.
The reason you can't have both, I'll tell you more while you eat. You must be starving after all that fighting, right? Now that you mention it, I could use a bite. You're saying there's something we can get food around here? Of course, there's a cafeteria on the first floor. I'll meet you there.
Hey!
Come straight up, troops. No distractions, no detours. What do we do now? I'm in favor of going to the cafeteria. My dear sister's stomach has been grumbling adorably for a while now. You don't have to tell them that. I want to hear what Siri has to say, so I'll go along too. We wandered out of the war room one by one, still trying to make sense of the situation. Guess I'll go with the crowd. The cafeteria should be somewhere on the first floor. Pull up the map and select a place you would like to go in order to teleport. However, be aware that you won't be able to teleport to locations that haven't been locked, or locations marked as inaccessible. You can also use a map to check your current location as well as locations of other characters. This map will come in handy when you feel lost. Classroom. War room. Alright. I'm gonna walk there and just check out the school. I don't think we have any bombs planted at us, only because when the crazy girl got grabbed, you think stuff, especially if you can come back, you think setting off the explosion to take out enemy commander would be advantageous, right? Especially if you can just bring her back, then it's just, I don't know. I still love the soundtrack. Here it is. The school cafeteria is a lot bigger than I expected. Although it's still just as weird as everything else around here. Go ahead and order whatever you want. It's your party after all. Our handy-dandy ration-o-matic will create any kind of food you desire. It slices, it dices, it also makes julienne fries. You want ramen, burgers, steak, sushi? It all rolls out nice and fresh. It's even got a recipe for pasta sauce made by a grieving widower desperately trying to recreate his beloved wife's cooking from memory. That's so sad. Speaking as a grandpa's girl, I don't even want to think about something like that, let alone try it. I think I'm gonna stick with dessert. Chewing solid food for too long makes my jaw hurt. I'm a little worried about whether this stuff is really safe to eat, but I'm hungry enough that I'm willing to take the risk. Man, that hit the spot. I ain't never had anything this fancy before. It wasn't a bad effort, I suppose. I just wish we could have had some wine to go with it. Hey, you're too young for alcohol. Just because you got an attitude doesn't mean you get special treatment. Oh-ho. What's with that snarky laugh? You think I'm scared? I ain't scared of breaking no laws. I'm talking about your health here, dumbass. That stuff can seriously mess you up if your body's not used to it, you know. Oh-ho-ho. What's so funny? They think you're better than me or something? More importantly, why do these guys get the 5-star treatment while we're stuck with dry bread? Eating this is actually making me hungrier.
Yum, yum, yum.
It's a victory dinner, remember? None of you did anything to contribute to the victory. So now you're using food as an incentive to get us to fight. That won't work on me or my dear sister. We lived through hardship much worse than this. Don't remind me. I'm fine with it. Too, if anything, dry bread is too good for a human cockroach like me. Just in case any of you big-hearted recruits gets the idea of sharing food between fighters and non-fighters is strictly forbidden. You thought of everything, haven't you? Sorry, I hope it doesn't look like we're rubbing it in. Don't worry about it. You're not the one who's at fault here. Now if you've all eaten your fill, we'll say we get back to topic. Ito, you seem way too easygoing about this stuff. Alright, let's get started from the beginning. Last Defense Academy lies somewhere outside of the Tokyo residential complex where you've all been living up till now. Of course, its exact location is highly classified military secret, very hush-hush. The school periodically comes under attack by a hostile force we call the Invaders. Much about them remains a mystery, but we do know they're after a certain special something concealed in this very school. This item is so vital to the continued existence of humanity, if it should fall into the invaders' hands, it's all over. Your home in the Tokyo residential complex will be destroyed. Everyone you've ever known will die horribly. To avoid this, we've drafted you into the Special Defense Unit, a squad dedicated to protecting the school from invaders. To make things easier for you to mobilize in the case of an attack, you'll all be living here until further notice. Those are the facts of the case, Your Honor. Any questions, or do you guys want to chow down some more? Wait, go over that last part again. We're really supposed to live here from now on? Until further notice is awfully vague. Surely we're not supposed to spend the rest of our lives here. Mahaha, of course, your commission comes with an expiry date. You'll be required to serve here for just 100 days. 100 days? That's right. Just a svelte 2,400 hours, and you're done. If you manage to defend the school for that long, that is. After that, you'll be free to return to your peaceful existence you enjoyed so much before this ordeal began. You mean we can go back to the complex? Is there even a complex for us to return to, or have those monsters already destroyed it? No, it's doing fine. There's no danger of the invaders attacking the Tokyo residential complex again. Right now, they're focused entirely on this school instead. Whatever. You stowed away in here. Is that important to him, huh? You've told us a lot, but there's one detail you seem determined to keep from us. Don't make me ask again. What exactly is it you're protecting, and why would losing it mean the end of humanity? Those are good questions. Perceptive as always, Shizahara. One more thing. If this mission is so important, as you say, why would you assign it to such a small group? We're civilians without any significant combat training experience. The only one here who can put a decent fight is me. You don't hold back, do you? Another excellent question, and I'd love to give you a detailed, comprehensive answer to go with it, but it's all highly classified information. As long as so long as even one of you refuses to fight, that's the way it's going to stay. What? Explain yourself. If you really want to know more about your mission or why you were chosen for it, there's just one path open to you, Shizaharu. That's for you and the other brave souls from the fighters group to convince these lee-livered panty wastes to join in the war effort too. Now you want them to do your dirty work for you? It's just one underhanded trick after another. It's not like I'm doing this to yank your chains. That's just a fun bonus. My primary goal is to get all of you out there on the battlefield fighting the good fight. The invader forces are only going to get stronger from here on out, so I need all of you to be in tip-top condition too. Without another word, Siri hopped off his chair and strode leisurely towards the door. Where are you going? I was gonna go drop a deuce and hit the hay. Why, you wanna come watch? Actually have realistic bodily functions? I suggest you get an early night tonight. You need to give your bodies time to recover after a fierce battle like today's. You never know when the next attack is going to happen. The next attack? This wasn't the first time I had to face those monsters, and it won't be the last either. They'll keep coming back to attack the school again and again. Every time we'll have to put up our lives on the line, and maybe even experience the pain of death firsthand. That threat will be hanging over us constantly for the next 100 days. Will I be able to stay sane for that long? Will I even be the same person at the end of those 100 days? Where we're supposed to sleep anyway? You want us to all huddle on the floor together? There's no need for that. I've prepared luxurious individual suites for all of you. You'll find them on the rooftop. Phew. At least we'll get our own rooms. I was starting to worry about that. You're all at that delicate age after all. If I left you guys alone, you'd be rotting like animals in no time. Is that true? Is kinky group sex some kind of high school rite of passage?
Oh!
You need to stop taking what he's saying so serious, sister dearest.
Hey!
Go find your rooms, settle in, and think about what you're going to do from here on. Tomorrow is the first day of the rest of your lives. What did he mean? What's there to think about? I think this is his way of encouraging you guys to join the fight. Come on, do it. Do it. Just pretend like there's an anti-PK hunting, like you're an anti-PK hunting down griefers like a boss. Look, I'm just a regular guy. I can't flip a switch and go psycho. We're immortal here. What's there to be scared of? Sure, getting killed hurts, but you can come right back after. You know, some people don't ride roller coasters even though everyone knows they're perfectly safe. It's like that, except even more so since there's actual danger in this case. You do realize your decision also affects the rest of us. We're being denied important information because of your cowardice. I know. Pretty much everything I do has a negative effect on the people around me. The world would be better off if I never had been born. I don't see why we should be expected to fight in the first place. Shouldn't protecting humanity be left up to science nerds and army jocks? Right, why us? I haven't even solved my first mystery yet. Besides, once people start talking about the future of humanity, I kind of tune out. It's too big for me to wrap my head around. The lack of imagination is a serious shortcoming. You'll never survive this if you don't learn to adapt. Yes, I get where Subhastra is coming from, though. Yesterday was just another normal day. Now I'm risking my life fighting monsters who want to destroy the world. Part of me is still having trouble accepting any of this is real. Something tells me this little round table we've got here isn't going anywhere. How about we call it for a day? After the victory feast, I'm about to slip into a food coma. Same here. Dying really takes it out of you. We really gotta stay here for a whole 100 days. We've only been here. For one, I'm already sick of this place. I have my fair shares of concerns too, Siri. Said we were living together, but we're basically prisoners, right? You sure you're alright? Please don't worry about me. The symptoms, they come and go. But I agree. We should rest for now. A good night's sleep will help us focus better tomorrow. If that hemoanima stuff heals, like repairs bodily tissue, shouldn't you just let yourself get killed in the line of duty? Wouldn't coming back fix your sickness or whatever it is? What with everything that happened, I doubt I'll be able to get to sleep. Unable to dispel the oppressive atmosphere, everyone gradually wandered out of the cafeteria. I should get going too. Apparently our rooms are up on the roof. Is it just me, or is it a really strange place to put them? Oh, it's nighttime, I guess. It looks like I can't fast travel to the roof. What even is this? No ceiling. That alone was weird enough of a sight. The prefab hut intended to serve as a room seemed almost normal in comparison. Each hut was adorned with a metal plate bearing the name of one of our group. No doubt about it. This is where we were meant to stay. Looks like your room is right in the middle, Mr. Sumino. Oh, okay. Thanks. There are a lot more rooms than there are people. I wonder what the others are for. Huh. I didn't notice that. I think there's some reason behind it. Maybe we're getting more students then, because I did get the collector's edition, so I know there are going to be some more people joining. They're probably just spares. Nothing worth getting worked up about. What's the meaning of this? This has to be a mistake. This is a travesty, an outrage. What's wrong? My dear sister and I have been assigned separate rooms. Someone's trying to obstruct our pure, sweet sibling ties. You must be just as devastated as I am, sister dears. You'd feel much more better having your brother dearest by your side, wouldn't you? I think it's fine for us to just be apart now and then. Sleeping in different rooms for a while isn't going to hurt. But I really don't get these two at all. How tall am I compared to these two? You're 5'2". You're 5. I'm 5'6". I'm like almost 10 centimeters taller than both of these guys. Oh right, I forgot about this. This doesn't look fun. I hear there's about 100 endings of this game. Is the ending going to be tied to this grade system here, or is this like a side thing? Like, yeah, first option we had where we can choose to fight or not do anything. Like, is there going to be points where if our mobility stat isn't high enough, we're gonna fail at something? I don't know. Like, I'm hoping we can at least get the good ending without having to do like a New Game Plus with like stat carryovers at least. This is my room, huh? It's nicer than I thought it'd be. There I go again, being positive for all the wrong reasons. Exhausted, I kicked off my shoes and climbed into bed without further delay.
Hey!
Whew. I hate to admit it, but it was actually more comfy than my own bed back home. The moment I lay down, the day's activities seemed to catch up with me all at once. Being thrust into this unfamiliar world and comforted with so many harrowing truths had completely drained me. My average mundane life had been ripped away from me, and I was at the mercy of forces beyond my control. I was like a tiny rowing boat tossed around on a vast ocean. Every cell in my body was screaming for rest. I was in no position to resist. The oblivion of sleep would be a blessing at this point. Within a few seconds, everything went blank. And so ended my first day at the Last Defense Academy. If I woke up tomorrow and to find it had all been a dream, that would be fine with me. In fact, that was the best case scenario I could imagine. Maybe in the morning, everything would be back to normal. I'd go downstairs to the living room, say goodbye to my dad as he leaves for work. You have a dad? Mom would be there, and Karua too. Day 2.
Up and at 'em, troops! Time to rise and shine! Get ready for your second day of active service here at Last Defense Academy! Well, it's your second day, but technically your first morning, so let's start it off on the right foot! I've prepared a fabulous breakfast banquet to give you plenty of energy and bloodlust for the day ahead!
Alright, if any of them's wondering why I keep drawing, if they get annoyed if I keep drawing, like, similarities to this and Danganronpa, I mean, just look at this. This is just the morning announcements from Danganronpa.
Everyone, make your way to the cafeteria! On the double!
Was that some kind of wake-up call? That was depressing way to start the day. I didn't like the sound of that give you plenty of bloodlust stuff either. I hope he hasn't laced our food with something to make us more aggressive. I guess I should head to the cafeteria. I don't want any trouble. It depends. Are you more vicious than you were before? If not, then I guess you're fine. There it is again. A totally open, uninterrupted sky. I still can't get used to it. Every time I look up, it looks like a reminder of how bizarre the whole thing is. Seeing the sky gives me the weird, uneasy feeling like I could get sucked up into it and keep falling forever. The dwarves in Dragon Age think the same way, so is that like a common like mental thing of people who spend too many times under like a cage or a roof or underground? If I stay here long enough, will staring up to infinite space feel like this start to feel normal? No, there's no way I could get used to something so unnatural. I'd rather go back to my nice, safe life in the residential complex. So I'm guessing this has been going on for so long that they think the sky is actually unnatural. Let's go over here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright. So these don't even have names on them yet, so I guess that means we are just waiting for more people to come then. Hey.
Yeah.
I know you must be excited about getting to live in an awesome school like this, but don't let your guard down. The invaders are still out there. You soldiers are basically immortal though, so you got nothing to fear from them.
Hey!
Right, immortal. What exactly does that mean though? I told you before, didn't I? It's all thanks to our friend Hemo Anima. No matter how seriously your injuries are, it'll fix you up good as new.
Oh.
Of course, you still have to deal with the pain of fatal injuries, so don't get too complacent.
Aha!
I don't want you getting sloppy out there on the battlefield. You gotta fight like your life depends on it every time. This is so crazy. I can barely believe all this is really happening. It feels kind of weird to have us in 3D model while everyone else is the 2D paper cutout. Alright everyone, dig right in and get yourselves all fueled up. Didn't you hear me? I said dig in. This is no time to worry about proper table manners. Dig into what? Half of us are stuck with dry bread again. Personally, I'm grateful that we have anything to eat at all. We've had days in the TRC when we had to make do with much less than this. Brother dearest, please, I don't want to think about that. Let me guess. If we want anything more substantial, we have to agree to fight. In that case, I'll stick with the dry bread. Boring, plain, flavorless dry bread. Suit yourselves. There's one more thing I need from you. I'd planned to do this on the day you transferred in, but I had to push it because of the enemy attack. What is it this time? I want you to take a tour of the Last Defense Academy campus. You're going to be living here, so you might as well get to know this place. There are tons of rooms and facilities you haven't seen yet. Sounds like fun. You got any rooms where the door locks behind you and you have to solve an obscure logic puzzle to get out? If there are, you can go in on your own. This is no ordinary school, you know. You're bound to find something to surprise yourself.
Hey.
So once you're finished breakfast, put on your walking boots and explore your new home. I feel like we're playing right into Ciri's hands, but we should probably try to get a better idea of what kind of place this is. We might even turn up some clues about the special something we're protecting is. No, time like the present. Let's take a look around. Children like colorful calamity, but I'm more concerned about the artificial color used. What kind of what a tough looking door. Goes against everything I know about a fridge. Makes any food you want. I wish we had one of these in my school back home. Alright, we got a list of shit we gotta do here. Let me save it real quick. This is the entrance hall, alright.
Huh.
Ah, Takumi, you come to check this area too?
Huh?
Yeah, what is it? Some kind of entrance hall?
Huh.
Entrance and exit, of course. Even if we left the school from there, we'd still have to be contented with the walls of flames. You're welcome to leave the school building at your own discretion, but there's no real point in doing so. Wow, where did you come from? As your commanding officer, it's my duty to offer guidance and support wherever and whenever you need it. I can appear anywhere on the school grounds. Anyhow, even if you make it past the flames, there's just a whole lot of nothing on the other side.
Hey!
But if you feel like a change of scenery, be my guest. He's gone. How does he move so fast? Don't worry about him. I found something much more interesting. Interesting? How? Those machines over there, go and look at them. What's so interesting about these? What are they even for? It seems they're a special model of fire extinguishers.
Huh?
Fire extinguishers?
Aha!
That's right. I put them here so you can use them to go exploring.
Yeah.
You again.
Ah.
Would you mind telling Takumi what you told me? No sooner said than done. During your stay here, there may be times when you want to wander off school grounds and explore the surrounding area. That's where these fire extinguishers come in. With a little help from your hemo anima, you can use these to temporarily put a hole in the wall and open a way forward. Whoa, wait a minute. You're saying we can actually put out the undying flames? There's nothing stopping us from using these and just going out there? Yep, your pal Takumi Tosuki had the same idea, but there's nothing but ruins out there. Just ruins? You might find useful bits and pieces among the rubble, or maybe even some items you can still use in the old towns. That's if the invaders don't get you first. These invaders out there? Oh sure, the place is crawling with them. The walls of fire there are keeping them out, remember? Not only that, but you can't be revived if you die outside school grounds. It's dangerous business, going out that door and into the unknown. And we're a long way from Tokyo Residential Complex there. You'd never make it on foot, so don't even think about it. So much for that idea. Coming up with plans to escape will only lead you to despair. I'm sure you can find a much more productive use of your time. Despair? Like focusing on protecting school and by extension, humanity for the next 99 days and ensuring a peaceful, harmonious future. You all want this story to have a happy ending, don't you? Wahahaha. So beyond the walls, it's just ruined. At least we have hope now. If there's a way to get past the flames, there's a way for us to get home. Huh? Weren't you listening just now? Siri said we're too far away from the complex to make it on our own. I wouldn't put too much stock in anything he says. In fact, isn't it a little suspicious he went out of his way to let us know that? There must be some way to get back to the TRC. He's just hiding it from us. Personally, I think the truth is the exact opposite of what he said. The best use of our time isn't following his orders, but finding a way home. I refuse to believe the future of humanity could possibly depend on us. We'll get out of this somehow. That's the idea I'm putting my faith in. Sounds like Ito is determined to defy Siri to the very end. To be honest, I can't say for sure that he's making the wrong choice. That's what's making this so hard. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and take a guess, like, this is going to be another mode. Like, defense mode is when we protect the school, and there's going to be like an offense mode where we go out exploring. And I'm gonna go ahead and assume that if people die in there, that fixes the ending. Let me give it a save real quick before I click on this, because I don't want it to be used. These fire extinguishers harness our Homona to put out the undying flames for a little. We're supposed to use them if we want to explore the surrounding area, but according to Siri, there's nothing but ruins. We might be able to find some useful items and materials, but we still have to worry about being attacked by invaders. Can't be revived outside school ground, so we probably shouldn't go outside without being fully prepared. Okay, yeah, so it's gonna be like a material gathering thing. Okay. Find everything here on the first floor. What's that? Thank you. That room was very necessary. Oh, let's talk to him real quick. Yes? Something wrong? Oh, I'm in your way, aren't I? I'm sorry, I should have known better than to take up your valuable breathing space. It's fine, Shoma. You're not in the way, I just want to talk to you. I'm warning you, talking to a feeble-minded dweeb like me will only leave you worn out and frustrated. Not to mention how your reputation will suffer from being seen with me. Unpopularity as profound as mine might be contagious, you know. You're really better off ignoring me like everyone else. Don't think of me as a person, think of me as a pile of garbage that randomly makes noises every now and then. I kind of spaced out partway through what he was saying. I think it boiled down to, don't talk to me though. Alright, never mind.
Yeah.
What the? Oh, it's Sudarumi. What are you doing alone in the dark here? Aren't the lights working? Looks like they're not, but it's cool. I actually prefer it this way. The real world is a little too bright for me. Hard bright. And violent. Sometimes just getting through it is a real drain. I don't know about that. For me, spending all day in this kind of darkness would probably be much worse. Change pods. Sure is a lot of fancy equipment in here. I wonder what it all does. You climb inside the pod, fire it up, and your consciousness is transported into another world. Like virtual reality? Whose dog is that? They are so advanced, you get to leave your old life behind and live in a world totally tailored to your whims. I wish I had one of those at home. That sounds a little too good to be true. Look, this one's broken though. Just like me, I've tried every button and switch I could find, but it won't turn on. Hold on a second. Sorry about that. That was my dog right outside the window barking. Our dog is blind, so I don't know how. Like, what was she barking at? Anyway, let's keep going. Is it okay for us to be touching stuff without knowing what it does? Of course not. I just told you the damn thing's broken, didn't I? Whoa, why is she so angry all of a sudden? Unless I can get Siri to fix these, escaping to a perfect fantasy world is going to be just that, a fantasy. Now she's crying. I can't keep up with this girl's mood swings. More importantly, is this machine really broken? I can't tell myself. Guess I'll take Darumi's word on it. is this gonna be tied to why we're here? Like, is the ending gonna be like a twist, like humanity was already destroyed? Like, these were just VR machines that we were plugged into, and we got pulled out so we could fight? Was that what's the twist is gonna be? We gotta go to the second floor. So I don't understand what the pods are, because they said the infirmary is where the pods are that brings us back to life, so they can't be that. Whoa. Hey guys. Hello again, Mr. Sumino. Do you have a moment? Sure, what's up? I'm sure you all think it's a stupid question, but you're from the Tokyo Residential Complex too, right? Well, yeah, obviously.
Yeah!
Of course, it's the same for everyone else here. Until a few days ago, we were all living here. But isn't it strange that none of us has met before, apart from me and my dear brother? I don't know. It seems natural to me. I mean, the complex is a big place. I see. It doesn't bother you at all. What was that all about? Those two just keep getting weirder. How big is it though? Where the hell is the training room on this place? Oh, here we go. This is just an arcade. This room. It said training room on the door, but it looks more like a video game arcade. How are you supposed to train in here? Upgrade class weapon? Looks like something from an old video game arcade. How are we supposed to train with this? Okay, let's talk to him. Hey Takumi, you've been checking out this place too, right? Yeah, a little. The more I see of it, the less I like it. Who was in charge of the decor here? This ain't a shred of class in the whole damn school. Where's the leopard print sofas, the hot pink drapes, the gilded doorknobs? Is this so much to ask? Is that his idea of class? All these machines just look like arcade games to me. Remarkable, sir. You picked out the best one in the house. You could clearly have impeccable tastes. Stop jumping out at me like that. This is the Academy's state-of-the-art VR training machine. I mean, using your actual muscles and getting all sweaty is just so last century, am I right? That's why we developed these machines to help you hone your skills using just your neural impulses and our cutting-edge technology. I don't get it. Will playing a game really help us? Your hemo animal gets stronger the more you use it. Just like your muscles, your brain, and your baloney pony. You can consider dropping by to train when you're off duty. You can even get some friends together for a group session.
Hey!
Just keep it in those pants there when there's ladies present, okay?
Hey!
What's in my pants is none of your business, you little pervert. VR training, I've got to admit, I'm kind of curious about it. Maybe I'll give it a try later. Alright, fantastic. On the third floor, hey. Oh man, I gotta get out of here. I can't wait 100 days. What's work gonna say about this? I can't just take 100 days off out of nowhere. They'll fire me for sure. You have a job? What, is it so hard to believe? You're saying I'm so poor, I'm probably too stupid to find work. Don't look down on me, Mr. Richardson. Or if you're gonna look down on me, do it by giving me money. You don't have to get offended at everything I say. Besides, my family's not even all that rich. Not all that rich, he says. Listen, you call yourself comfortable or middle class or whatever, it won't change the fact that we live in totally different worlds. If I don't work, I don't get paid. And if I don't get paid, there's kids back home who go hungry. You support your family all on your own? What, you feeling sorry for me now? Good, you should. My regular life was hard enough already. Bringing me here on top of that is overkill. It's unfair, right? You think so too, don't you? Can't you talk to Siri and get him to send me home? There's gotta be exceptions for special family circumstances. It's the law. I should be sent home right away. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen. I know, but it's worth a try, right? But even if I suck here, I'm not fighting anyone. I ain't no battle maniac. I just want to get through this without getting hurt. Once Gaku gets going, he just keeps working himself up more and more. I should probably leave him to tire himself out. If they have enough of a budget that they can just feed people luxurious dishes every single day, can't they just send some money back home? Talk in the war room. Okay. Defense system. This is just a gaming PC. What's this machine here? It looks important. That controls the school's central defense system. It's the core of the entire Last Defense Academy experience. Without this, there's no early warning system, no defense barrier, no automatic battle prep, no nothing. It controls the battle functions like defense mode and radar, along with more everyday stuff like electricity and water supply. It's a true supercomputer that keeps all aspects of the school up and running without any need for extra engineers or maintenance staff. It's all completely automatic, huh? Oh well, I can tell what you're thinking. If it's all automatic, what do we need Siri for? But my role here is just as important as the computers. No one can motivate or affect you like morale like I can. He's right about that. No one, but not in the way he thinks. Oh, hey Sumino. How's your exploration of the campus going? If you need help or advice with anything, feel free to let me know. Don't think of me as your commanding officer. Think of me as your friend. A friend who commands, respects, and dictates your every move, but in a fun way. He's got some nerve acting friendly after forcing us into this messed up situation. Whose side is he on anyway? Does he even care about saving humanity like he says, or does he have some kind of ulterior motive? No, did you come here for another explanation of what hemoanima is, can do? The power is the key to your success and survival here at the Academy. It's worth your while to have a firm grasp on the basics. Yeah. The hemoanamorphic infusion blades you all carry, infusers for short, are the pinnacle of human achievement and ingenuity. When you stab it into your heart, a miraculous power flows into your body, transforming your regular old blood into superhuman hemoanima. By harnessing that power, and shaping it into physical form, you all gain access to your class armor and class weapons. A class weapon is a manifestation of your own innate strengths. Each one is just as unique as you are. Activating hemoanima for the first time should also have unlocked your specialist skills. Those are additional abilities with a wide array of applications. Learning to use them strategically will make you better fighters than ever. Okay, but how does it all work? What's the actual process behind? Don't get so hung up on details. Surrender to the heat of battle. Yell, "I am thou," or "Aurora," or something just like that, and go with it.
Yeah.
And that's the end of my totally comprehensive explanation. If there's anything else you don't understand, you should probably resign yourself and remain ignorant. But if this power is so miraculous or whatever, why give it to regular students like us? Why were we chosen? All will be made clear when you convince the whole group to join the fight, but not before. Guess I should have seen that coming. One more thing. While you're here, want me to go over the Undying Flames again? That wall of fire outside protects the school from a lot of threats, but it'll hurt you just as bad if you get too close. Yeah. True to their name, the Undying Flames never run out of fuel, and can't be smothered or extinguished by ordinary means. However, the flames only affect organic matter. They don't damage the surrounding buildings, rocks, or anything like that. If you and your friends were to drive a car through it, it'd only be the people on the inside that would get burnt to a crisp. They ignore regular physics and run on their own rules. Are they magic or something? The Undying Flame barrier has a radius of a little over half a mile, with the Academy at the very center. The wall itself is 30 feet thick, blocking out even the most powerful invaders. Or at least that was the case. More recently, the enemy has developed a special means of getting through. Luckily for us, the flames can sense them coming and automatically shifts the school into defense mode when they do. At the same time, an alarm is set off to let all of you know it's time for battle. So when the alarm goes off, the enemy is already on their way.
Huh?
The invaders always leave a day or two between attacks. It's my guess that means they're getting means of getting through the flames takes time to prepare or recharge. We haven't been able to deduce any consistent patterns though. You should assume the next attack could come at any time. One more thing. The wall only goes so high, but there's no danger from anything flying in. If the flame sends something trying to pass over them, they'll form a fiery hand and drag the intruder right back down again. The Undying Flames act like with a will of their own and to keep this school safe, and that's to your own list of things to be grateful for. I could ask any number of questions right now, but I doubt I get any answers. I've got no choice but to accept that this is the way things are now. Technically, the fire hand has a limited range too, so coming in from space might be possible. So as long as the enemy doesn't think of that, we should be fine. Alright, you made it very clear how well defended this place is. What I really want to know is what's it all for? What are we protecting here? I told you before, didn't I? You'll learn that once you get all the non-fighters start fighting. So then I guess the invaders aren't aliens then. I gotta check the infirmary and the defense room. This must be the infirmary. But when I think of infirmary, this definitely isn't the kind of room that comes in mind. Although I guess that could apply to any part of the school. The instruction manual up here describes how the corpse recovery drones and Revivomatic work. It says the drones are only effective on school grounds. They can't recover bodies outside the wall of fire. Also, the bodies still have to be fresh, in other words, recently dead, for the Revivomatic to work on them. And the sound of it, someone dies outside the wall, by the time they get back, it'd be too late. Okay. This machine. It's the same flying coffin that rescued Darumi from the battlefield. Siri called the corpse recovery something. When a member of the special defense unit dies in action, the corpse recovery drone will automatically retrieve their body. That's what the manual says anyway. It's all completely automatic, huh? Seems like it. When the school defense system detects one of us had died. Wow, it seems so creepy saying that out loud. Anyway, when that happens, it launches a drone to find the body and bring it back to the infirmary. And once it gets here, you see that big machine over there? According to this, it's called a Revivomatic. It's got data on all of us right down to our genetic codes. It cross-references those records to figure out who's in the pod. From there, it uses some kind of ultra-complicated process to reconstruct the body back to its original state, and then we're alive again, just like that. Why does it sound like... Why does it have to verify who the victim is first, though? Maybe so our enemies can't use the machine if it falls out of their hands? Tsubasa really gets a chance to show her serious side when machines are involved. This side is amazing. This sure is amazing tech. I still can't figure out the exact mechanism it uses to install life back into the body. I'm not satisfied writing it off as just the Hemoanima did it. That makes it sound more like magic than real technology. While we're on the subject, Hemoanima itself is pretty fishy. It's supposed to infuse our blood with some special power, right? But how does it do that exactly? Maybe we'll find out more about it someday. Not unless me and the other holdouts agree to fight, too. Sorry, but there's no way of that happening. Seriously, who's in charge of picking the members of this unit? What kind of criteria did they use to fix on us? Something tells me the only way to find that out is to keep fighting. We just keep going in circles here. And we gotta find the defense room. Here we go. What in the... Surprisingly stately door stood in the middle of an otherwise nonsensical-looking space, defiantly blocking the way forward. The halls and classrooms of this school were all pretty strange, but this put them in all the same. It wasn't so much the door itself, but itself that was out of place, but what was in front of it. A woman. Tell me, what was it that made you decide to fight after all? Well, once Siri started talking about the people we cared about being in danger, I didn't feel like I had much of a choice. So you did it to protect those close to you. How very normal. Normal, yeah, I guess so. How about you? We're not talking about me here. It was okay for her to ask me. Maybe I should try a different approach. Then can you tell me how you got so strong? You're clearly on a different level compared to the rest of us. It's nothing so remarkable, really. With things as they are now, I'd prefer not to talk about it. What do you mean with things as they are now? I said I don't want to talk about it. She shut me down again. It's hard getting anything out of this girl. Probably shouldn't press her any further. I definitely don't want to end up on her bad side. Oh, fire. This door looks pretty solid. More importantly, that weird fire in front of it. They're undying flames. I thought so, but why are they here inside the school? Stop anyone from opening that door, I imagine. If it's that important, then... Yes, whatever's behind this door is the thing we're fighting to protect from the invaders. Right behind the door is something that could wipe out humanity in the wrong hands. I wonder what it is. Do you think we'll ever find out? We could try breaking down the door ourselves, but the way that may prove difficult. Convincing the others to join the fight so Siri will tell us the truth seems like a more effective choice to me. I don't think convincing them will be that easy. This kind of decision is something they have to come on their own. You're still thinking like a civilian. You need to be toughen up, or we'll end up in the worst possible scenario. What do you mean? Let's just say it's in everyone's best interest to get the others onto the battlefield with the rest of us, by any means necessary. Sounds like she has something on her mind already. She wouldn't try to force them to fight against their will, would she? We may not know each other very long, but I can definitely imagine Hiruko trying to hardline approach with anyone who refuses to do as she says. There's something about her that radiates authority, leaving no room for argument.
Hey there, troops! How's your tour of the campus going?
Is that a Nusami mug? No, that's a white bear.
I figure it's about time you met back up and compared notes. Report to the cafeteria immediately!
It's not too crazy about dropping everything to do as he says, but I pretty much finished looking around anyway. Guess I'll head back to the cafeteria. So, what do you think? Have you fallen in love with the place yet? Is it so wonderful that you want to spend the rest of your lives here? There's no way we'd feel that good about it. Well, if you don't like it, just tough it out, okay? 100 days isn't all that long, and there's more important things at stake than your personal comfort. Why even ask us if you're ultimately going to discount our opinions? You may have noticed some features that aren't available yet, but don't worry, it's all part of my roadmap of staggered content releases. I'll reveal more of the school's facilities little by little, so you'll always have something to look forward to and motivate you going forward. Be more specific. Exactly how do you intend for us to spend our time here when we're not fighting? Oh, right. We're at a school after all. You're probably expecting some kind of curriculum and a proper schedule, but we don't have one here. Surprise! What? No schedule? Unless there's an invader attack like the one yesterday, you're free to spend your time however you see fit. So we don't gotta go to classes or nothing? Shit, man, you should have led with that. Don't tell me you're actually buying into this. It's not like we can leave. Might as well make the most of it while we're here. I think it's too early to say there's no way for us to leave. If you want to find a way out so bad, do it yourself. You're just gonna chicken out and run from the fight anyway, right? Now, settle down. I hate to see friends fight. It's your fault we're all on so on edge. You've all been raised in different environments and had different life experiences, so naturally all of you have your own values and priorities. Each one of you is as unique as a snowflake, as they say. And that's okay. We're all about diversity here. A little difference of opinion now and then is inevitable. Again, your fault that we even need to have this discussion. Yeah. Having said all that, no matter what your feelings on the matter, all of you are going to have to fight those invaders sooner or later. Sorry if I sound like a broken record, but this war will decide the fate of humanity itself. Abstaining is not an option. While this school stands, there's still every chance of a bright future, but if school falls, so does mankind. The invaders will massacre every last one of you, and then they'll move on to your loved ones. Each one of you has something in your life worth fighting for. It only makes sense for you to work together to keep all of them safe. Ooh. I can't have you wasting time or energy on pesky moral dilemmas. Clear your minds and banish all doubt from your hearts. As humanity's last line of defense against the invaders, you are about to become the very embodiment of hope. Hope? You've got to be kidding me. This is more like despair.
Hey!
Oh? You're forcing us to participate in this war without telling us the whole story behind it. Who knows what else you might be keeping from us? Saving humanity sounds like a worthy cause, but we've got no guarantee that it's really what we were doing. As for the thing we're supposed to protect, if it even exists, how do we know it's not actually something even more dangerous than the invaders? Not to mention the hemoanima. We know next to nothing about this weird power, and you want us to pump our bodies full of it? Hey. Until I get some answers, I'm not believing a single word that comes from your mouth. We've been over this before, man. He said he'd only tell us if you guys agree to fight. And I can't agree to fight until I hear the whole truth. We're going around in circles so much it makes me dizzy. Yeah, we won't make any progress like this. Alright, if it's the truth you want, that's what you'll get. I'll tell you everything. You're going to tell us just like that?
No.
I never meant to keep the truth from you all for that long. I was just using it as a bargaining chip to motivate you, but it looks like the plan backfired. At this point, I can only salvage your trust in me by giving you the full story. And you're really telling us the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, or at least I'd like to, but this isn't the kind of decision I can make on my own. What say we just table discussion until tomorrow? So there's more people involved in this than just you. We'll expect you to tell us about them too. I'm sure you will. I'll run it past the higher ups. If I tell them this is the best way to get you to the fight, they'll probably go for it. Although I might have to talk to you individually instead of telling everyone all at once. Well, I'll do whatever I can. Come find me in the war room tomorrow morning and I'll let you know what the brass says. I've got a lot to do, so I'll call it a day here. See you tomorrow, bright and early. With a cheery wave of his stubby little arm, Siri disappeared. Never thought getting the truth out of him be this easy. But he still has the discuss it with the people in charge, right? He could come back tomorrow and say they shut that idea down. I hope you're all ready. If we learn the truth tomorrow, you'll have no excuses to stay on the sidelines. No excuses? We'll see what happens after we hear what Siri has to say. We can all talk it out and decide what's best course of action then. Yeah, you're right. We can't decide on anything until we know what's really going on. Aha, you're hilarious, Mr. Maruka. You clearly have no intention of fighting no matter what happens tomorrow. Shut up. I bet you don't either. With no more to discuss, we left the cafeteria and headed back to our rooms. Tomorrow morning, Siri would tell us the whole truth. I can't even imagine it might be. Who gathered us all here? What are we fighting for? I can only hope everything will make sense once we know that.
At ease, soldiers. It's time to hit the hay. You never know when the invaders might attack, so rest up while you still can. Well then, good night.
So there's a nighttime announcement too, just like the morning one. I thought it would be a much longer road of learning the truth, but hopefully by this time tomorrow we'll know everything we need to know. It probably won't be the end of our problems, but it'll be a step forward. At any rate, there's no use worrying about it anymore today. I'll discuss it with the others once we heard from Siri.
Huh?
From now, the only thing I can do is wait for tomorrow to come. With nothing else to do, I decided to call it a day. I got into bed and was soon fast asleep.
Come on. Don't cry. If you keep crying like that, your daddy will get sad too. And he won't be able to go to heaven.
We were only in kindergarten back then. Karua's dad had just died. He and Karua were driving over to her mother's research lab when it happened. The car crash that changed her life. The security alert had sounded, and suddenly people were scrambling around trying to get to the nearest shelter. Karua's dad swerved to avoid someone, and well, the car was almost entirely destroyed. Her dad leaned over from the driver's seat to shield her from the impact right at the last second. By some miracle, he made it in time and Karua survived. But her father wasn't so lucky. After the funeral, Karua was inconsolable. She just sat there and cried. There was nothing I could do.
My daddy's gone. I'll never see him again.
Karua? Don't cry anymore, okay? I know your daddy's gone, but I'll be your daddy from now on, so you don't have to be sad.
Weird way of phrasing it.
You're too little, Taki. You can't be a daddy.
Maybe, but I'm just glad you're okay, Karua. That your daddy protected you.
But I'm not okay. I got this big cut right across my tummy. The doctors say it's gonna leave a scar. It'll never go away. Not even when I'm a grown-up. I bet no one will want to marry a girl with a big ugly scar like this.
Then, when we grow up, I'll marry you. By then, I won't be too little anymore.
Huh?
I'll marry you someday, Karua. Then you'll never have to be alone. I'll always be there to protect you.
You'll protect me?
Yeah. Now that your daddy's gone, I'll keep you safe instead. So please, don't cry. Whatever happens, I'll protect you, Karua. No matter what, I promise.
Taki. Thank you. I think I'm going to be all right now. You promised. So you gotta do it, okay?
Sorry. That's right, I made a promise. A promise to protect Karu no matter what. I'm not about to break that promise. To keep Karu safe, I have to keep fighting. And I'll fight. I have to fight. Fight, fight. Fight, 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 fight. Roar. I jolted upright in bed, throwing off the covers in a panic. My whole body was drenched in sweat, and my heart was racing, like I'd just woken up from a nightmare. No, not a nightmare. A memory. A childhood memory of Karu and me. I'd totally forgotten about that time. Why did I dream about it all of a sudden? I wonder what Karu's doing right now. She probably hasn't stopped worrying ever since I disappeared. That would be just like her. Come to think of it, what does everyone back in the residential complex think happened to me? Are they treating me as a missing person, or did they assume I died in the monster attack? I'll have to ask Siri about that too.
Huh?
Sheesh, I'm wide awake now, and I'm so sweaty. It's not even close to morning yet. Maybe I'll step outside for some fresh air. Let's go ahead and save. Alright, and I think we're going to call this an episode right here. If you like, comment, subscribe. We'll be back more with this at a later date. I'll probably have another episode of this out by tomorrow. So, see ya.